The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Say goodnight to the bad puppy, come on. Last time you're gonna see a puppy like this again, my baby for real.
Yo, the first puppet in the pair of bucks. The first puppet getting cutty, he about to tear the city up. You need a skid or something, hit him up. Nephew from Detroit tapped in with the biggest And Neff even got a comic book. Fly enough to make your baby mama look. Oh, we got him shook. You ain't never seen a puppet in a polo. Probably at the Lions game pulling up dolo, huh? You see his merch, he probably pissing on the logo. Or out with the ladies taking photos. Hold on, the first puppet on Kid L is overflow. Them other guys is telling lies, Pinocchio. I let my baby know it's on the flow. They gon' have to catch up with Stretch and Neff, cause we on the go. The first puppet of the first puppet. Fuck it, tell Kermit Miss Piggy love it. What up, though, my baby? 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 What up, though, my baby?
Uncle Stretch, it's a rap. 313, my baby, Detroit, stand up. First puppet, we making history, my baby. Shout out to K's, nephew in the building. You already know what time it is. Taking over, my baby. First to do it, and last to do it.
While we on live, because I just lied to somebody. We on Slappin' 5's and Telling Lies. Y'all already know what it is. I'm the bum. Nephew just got in a little situation. He got into it with his baby mama. He looking for his legs. Mr. Bond. Yeah, I sent you the link. He'll see it when the link pop up. So just shoot me a text.
I'm gonna do it from my computer.
Okay, just shoot me a text from your phone when you linked in, and I'm gonna make sure they pull you in. All right. One time, Slappin' 5's and Telling Lies, y'all. I'm the bum. Nephew not here this week, but we got some real serious shit to talk about today. I told somebody that I was gonna have this shared on my Facebook, Radio Face. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'm sorry. Can you take that?
Yeah, I got you, bro.
Get that one on there so we can get them on there. All right, y'all. Listen here, man. Oh yeah, I got on my little Miami Vice today. This is my witness protection program, sir. If I ever go in witness protection, I ain't going though. So I ain't got nothing to talk about. Hey, look, Slappin' 5's Telling Lies today. We're gonna get it in. We're gonna talk about some serious shit. We're gonna talk about prison, man. And our message to the youth: don't do it. You're gonna go to jail. You're gonna get burnt up. Somebody gonna snitch on you, or worse, make right decisions, make good decisions, because smart don't come out of books. Smart is making the right decision at the right time. Today in the studio, our guest is Shan Mac. What's going on, my baby?
Oh man, what's happening? What's happening, man? What's happening?
You're doing a lot, man. Business owner, real estate. What don't you do, man? That's the question, man. You got your hands everywhere, man. Positive things, good things. Man. We need more brothers like you, man. Give it up for my man Shan Mac. How you feel today, baby?
Oh man, I feel good, man. I appreciate it, man. Man, I appreciate it. Yo, man, thanks for the invite, man. You know, I never been on this type of thing, man. But for you, I come out, man. I gotta come out and talk to you, man. Kick the shit, man. I miss my man nephew, man.
Man, nephew on that. He probably called somewhere during the show, man. But nephew, he be on his own thing, man. You know, he bigger than life. You know, he think that because he a black puppet, he got it hard in America. So he gonna live how he live, man.
Yeah,
but
man. Rock star. That's my man.
Did a lot of stuff. You and nephew done hung out.
Yeah, man.
You got the venue hall. And nephew done been to the venue hard.
Yeah,
Took him up
man.
there, man. He talking about pull up on him. He wouldn't even let me come in.
Man, you know how nephew get down, man. He came through and did the food, man. You know how he always do, man. My baby, man. You know.
But you know, nephew, he be messing with them Rugrats.
He be messing with them Rugrats, man.
Oh man, he was at home. He was at home, yo. He was at home, man. He trust me.
Let his hair all the way down. Let his hair all the way down. Of course, y'all know in the background that's Radio Face.
Radio Face.
Let's get it. So today we talking about prisons, man. And we talking about, we got another guest, Mr. Bond. He gonna call in a minute. We talking about what to expect if you ever end up in one, especially in Michigan. We gonna start. What is prison, man? What is prison?
Man, listen. So first off, man, when I went in kind of young, man, 19, and I did 13 years, yo.
13.
So, like going in, it was one of them. It's nothing like the movies.
Okay.
It's not something to.
One second. We got Mr. Bond. Can you hear me? Ant?
I can hear both of you gentlemen.
Okay, bro. How you doing today, man?
How you doing, sir?
I'm
How
good,
you doing?
I appreciate
Man,
you
good
joining in.
both of you brothers.
You calling? I mean, you joining in from St. Louis, right?
Yeah, right across the street. I'm in Fairview Heights, Illinois. It's a bi-state area.
Yeah,
but St. Louis is 15 minutes away.
Okay,
Yep.
okay, St. Louis area. Okay. All right, I ain't mean to interrupt. We got Ant Bond in the building. Ant, you worked in juvenile facilities?
Yeah, juvenile detention center. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and he gonna give us the aspect from the he worked. Yeah. So back to where we was. I ain't mean to cut you off, brother. We back. We was. What is prison? That's what we was on.
Man, it was a place that strips you of everything.
Okay.
And once you get to a place like that, it's so hard to describe. Anybody who has done a lot of time, such as myself, man, they'll tell you, man, it's so hard to describe what prison really is in the experience versus, yes, we get it. It's the, how they confine you and shut you down and
right.
take you away from your love. We get the general thing, but it's so much more that's undescribable that you have to go through, man. For me, it was the next thing that I see as modern day slavery. If you ask me, prison was something that was a horrible experience, but it was a big learning lesson too. It was also a college at the same time. So
okay,
prison was just a multitude of things for real, man.
Okay. So let me ask you this: when one goes to prison, it's from how I understand it is because I've never been to prison. I did a year in the county fighting the case, but I've never been to prison. You go into processing when you first get there. You don't go they don't send you right to prison. They send you somewhere. How does that go?
So the whole process is, from the precinct, they take you from the precinct, take you to the county, get you in there and process you, get your name tag, get you upstairs and the whole nine. But if you ask anybody who has ever been to prison, the county is the worst part of the whole prison journey, actually.
Okay.
Because they give you the scared straight aspect of it. They tell you they tell you when you can wake up, sleep, and it's not as bad in prison, but prison is one of those things it takes you away from your family more so than anything.
Right.
See, the county aspect of it is you just in here caged. You don't know what's about to happen. You clueless. You just nervous. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I don't know what my life about to be like. Who in here? Who the big guy like the movie?
How old were you when you went in?
I was 19.
Suite 103?
Yeah.
Come to Suite 103, You was 19?
I was 19,
okay.
Man. I was 19 when I went in. And I was a little fella, too, so me going in, our neighborhood ain't that big, so it's not like you're not expecting to know a bunch of people. So I'm going in just clueless, man. They taking you through this, guards treating you one way, doing God knows what. You know what I mean? That's like making you feel so uncomfortable, unloved, so detached from society.
Is that a part of their job? Like is it like trying to break you or trying to make it like a punishment? Like you?
With respect, yeah, it is. But then also, I can say this too, because you get some of them that's actually care and concern that'll breathe on you and be like, listen, man, this is the route you're going, or try to help you through or guide you through what's the next steps of this, because you don't know. But as a kid, man, you so nervous.
Okay.
You scared and can't show nobody. You gotta put your chest up. You gotta make sure you do what the movie say do, but it's nothing like that.
How long did it take you to figure it out?
To be honest, man, you figure it out kind of right away.
Okay.
You figure it out kind of right away. Once you get out of the county. You get to prison, you get there, the whole energy, the aura of people that's there is going to let you know, like, this is the ordinance of it.
Okay.
This is how it go. This is the respect factor. This is the disrespect factor. Now today's, because it's been a few years since I've been out, but it changes. Today's time is more gang culture. It's grouped up, so it's like it's a world within a world, dude. I swear, and it's so hard to describe it.
Okay.
But yeah, prison was one of those things, man. Like, you can't. It's nothing to glorify. It's where everybody go to that you wish you could see and kick it with if they are still living.
Right.
But they be able to drop jewels on you. I was on the yard with this brother here, man, and he'll tell you.
They ain't got you in yet, but
it was totally different. It was totally different, dude, than what it is today, man. Honestly.
Okay.
So, but it's not no place where people need to be trying to. Where the youngest don't need to be trying to rush to get to.
Okay, Bond. Let me ask you a question. From the side you were more. Did you work with the youth? Were you like a security? What was your role?
So I'm the.
You are currently. I'm sorry.
Yeah, currently.
Okay.
Yeah. So superintendent, assistant superintendent, and career coordinator. I got a dual role. And a lot of what my man was just saying was very true. Even in the juvenile, and we're a maximum security juvenile detention center.
Okay.
So it's set up the same way that a prison is for those, that are over the age of 18. So I will say this, that you have kids that are in the juvenile detention center that have done the same crimes or more heinous crimes than a lot of the prisons. So
okay.
Is the age, right? That's one of the reasons I'm running a little late now.
Okay.
With the court today, we got several people, that's looking at facing murder charges.
Are we talking about youth in this case? We talking about youth?
This is youth.
Okay.
Yeah, from the ages of 13 to 17, you can be in the juvenile detention center from the age of 10 to 7, to 18. They say 17, but you can be in up until your 18th birthday.
Okay.
But you can be certified an adult depending on the crime at 13, 14, 15. So age does play a part, but depending on the crime, you can find yourself in a situation where they'll hold you in the juvenile detention center until you of age, and then they'll move you from the Department of the detention center to the Department of Corrections, which is jail or prison.
How many youth does your facility hold?
Anywhere it can hold up to a couple hundred, but we deal with on average anywhere from 30 to 40, depending on the time of the year. Getting hot outside, so you know how we work. Kids get into all kind of mischief.
So let me just ask you one question. For somebody that make a bad decision and ends up in a facility like the one that you run, what can they expect from when they get processed in? What can they expect? How is it set up? What's going to happen to them? I'm trying to explain to the youth basically what they expect if they get themselves in a situation where they make a bad decision and end up in one of these prisons or in one of these facilities like you run.
Okay, well, it's just like what you see on TV. They show up. They're brought to the facility by either the county or a city. Wherever the crime was committed, that's how they're transported. They're transported with handcuffs, with shackles.
Okay.
And then they come through that door. Again, this is a maximum security facility, so it's no different than entering into a prison.
So it's no, because you a certain age, you're gonna get treated like a child. It's
humiliating.
It's jail for you, basically.
Yeah.
So to make you feel demoralized.
Processes we call the intake, right? So the intake is the same thing as the process. You come in, they're wearing whatever they had on, when they got locked up. So then we have to take everything they have off. You're going to do a search. If you think there's contraband, then there may be a cavity search or a strip search. But we're going to search down, making sure there's no contraband coming to the facility. And then they're put into either a jumpsuit or whatever that facility has for them to change into. Obviously, showered down. And during that time, you're going through all their rights, right? You tell them, because you still have rights,
right?
But you're also telling them the lay of the land, in terms of how they can and cannot move. We call our juveniles, we call them residents.
Okay.
Right? Prison, I think they may call them inmate, or at some point they give them a number.
Okay.
Juveniles don't get numbers, at least not in our system, state of Illinois. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We got another guest in, y'all, that came in the midst of talking. So let me introduce it. We got T-Man in the building today. What's going on, brother?
Oh, it's well. How's it going, man?
How's it going? We're in here trying to give a message to the youth, like if they end up in one of these facilities, one of these prisons, what it's going to be like, what to expect. I mean, I want y'all to tell everything down to what the meal is. What time do they serve dinner? I know it's real early, like 3:30, 4 o'clock or something. How you survive after dinner until from 4 to 6 in the morning?
Believe it or not,
what's up?
T, he talking about that's Ant. He said, "What's up?"
Hey, how you doing, brother?
What's up with you? He don't even remember me. He like, who was that?
There's been there's a lot of water under the bridge. A lot of water flowed under the bridge, man.
Man,
this is an interesting topic, man.
Yeah.
Like you was asking about your movement, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to know what type of child, as they call it. It depends on where you at. Like they'll call it unit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
About 3 or 4. About
child
4 o'clock.
time.
About 4 o'clock.
You know what I know in the county, we knew what the menu was.
They had a little menu posted up on the bulletin board.
Okay. What that meal go like?
Man, it depends. Well, back when I was jelly, man, it was pretty decent, but nah, man.
Not compared to the outside world.
Oh no, you can't compare that out here, man. You can't compare none of that from in there out here.
It's a whole different.
Yeah.
Dude, can you imagine, man, grown man stuffing chickens in their drawers, trying to make it to their unit, getting stopped by an officer. Come here.
Yeah.
Get busted. Yeah, you got 4, 5 hot, warm chickens in here. Man,
food is like a commodity too, right?
Yeah, it's money.
It's money.
It's money.
Yeah.
It's currency. It's just how they move around in there. So now you barter and you trade. It's a big barter and trade system, man.
Okay.
And just from an inmate standpoint, right? So like say the processing, when you come in there and they have to strip you down butt naked. Now the thing is, you might be next to a guy. I remember coming through quarantine, dude. Oh my God, man. I went through quarantine, Jackson.
Okay.
And they got these tears, man.
The bird cage.
Yeah, man. Oh my God, it's nothing but guys. So when they break y'all cage to go shower, y'all all lining up behind each other. Then it's like the shower at the end of the thing, so everybody can not look into it, but you can look down there where they showering their hair going. But dude, y'all lined up like.
Systematically, it's like
dude, it's 5, 6 of y'all in the shower. Y'all got a certain amount of time to get it in, come up out there, and get right back to where you going, man. Mm-hmm. And it's like you would think you can't survive after 5:30 with no food, or you got that bougie appetite, but you're gonna be forced to. You're gonna be forced to. And
well, prison, man. It's a whole different. It's like, if you want to call it a community, man. It's a whole different type of vibe, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you talking about the food. You know what I'm saying? You got your commissary. So when brothers try to take food back from the child hall, they want to manipulate that. They want to make it taste better. You know what I'm saying? They want to add this ingredient to it, that ingredient to it. You know what I'm saying? You got people in there that make cakes and pies and candies and all this. Man.
So they're
fudge. Yeah, fudge, all this, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But see, man, you know, well, it's the worst, man.
What type of stomach you gotta have to process?
You gotta have an Iron Man with the potatoes with the skin every day. No, oh my goodness,
you gonna learn how to survive and how, you know what I'm saying. It's a different type of movement. Prison, you know what I'm saying. I can only speak for Michigan. I don't know about these other places. You know what I'm saying. But it's a different type of movement. You know what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like the brother had mentioned earlier when I first walked in about the culture, man. You know what I'm saying. The culture of it didn't change. You know what I'm saying? You got your gangs, you got this, you got that, whoa, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be conscious about everything going on around you.
So when we say it's gangs, and that's at usually like the gangs, you know, was think about West Coast, or you think about.
Nah, man, they didn't took over. Mm-hmm. It has taken over, especially in the prison form. Like you have people in there, and you can't use the phone. This might be the gang or this gang phone. Yeah. So what I permit, like this can really get you in harm's way.
Yes, sir.
Just by using that phone, yo. Like,
that's really everybody's phone, but the gang didn't claim.
Everybody get their own phone. So it forced a lonely loner to probably have to crew up or have to get with somebody or do something
to somewhere or ask permission. Can you get on that? Then they want to charge you.
But did you see that down where you at? Is a gang running the facilities?
Yeah,
the facility that you at.
It's a facility. So we house women, boys and girls, young kids.
Okay.
And it's the same way. They come in, they're gang members. They coming in on gun charges. They come in on murder charges. So they harden, you know what I mean? They come in the street, you know what I mean? Strong arm robbery. You name it. You know what I mean? I had a young girl today that I had spent some time with, she got into it with another young girl, and she went back, got her mama's car, and ran the girl over. Mm-hmm. The girl paralyzed. So, these kids look different than how we came up. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't got no structure, man. I blame a lot of that on the parenting, man. You know what I'm saying? The parenting, man. You dig? Because these days, these kids these young youth, man.
Is it the like parenting, or is it more so that kids today got more access to the things that they got access to the knowledge at the tip of their hands?
Yeah, but they not open to receive it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because they quick to always say, "Oh, motherfucker, trying to tell me what to do," but you don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? But if a brother trying to, like me and this brother here, we can give you some kind of guidance about, hey man, listen, man, it's a different way that you can live, man. All it takes is a minute to think about the consequences behind these actions, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Once you get in that prison system, man, all gloves is off. Ain't nothing else. You can cry, whine, and all this shit here.
That don't make a difference.
No, man, because you up under they toolage, man. You up under they thumb.
Yeah, y'all listening. You under somebody's thumb.
A lot of these young youths like thinking that's a badge of honor to go to prison. No, it ain't.
A lot of them do. I hear them talk about it today.
But you got a lot of them who out here that done crime that need to be there. You know what I'm saying? And it's,
But they think it's a badge, but they don't know what it is until they get there. And when they get there, it's nothing like what they thought it was gonna be.
It's nowhere near that. Like it's like being in the world right now, right? All these young guys can feel like they the baddest person out here. They got the biggest gun. They got the my bullet's better than yours, right?
Right.
But then when you get there, you get stripped of all of this. And when you had this crew backing you, or when you had this name backing you, none of that mattered. Like I was kicking it with you earlier, right? And I was telling you when I first went down, my brother, he had told me, man, you got to go in there and find out who you are, right?
Right.
And when I get in there, I'm like, dude, man, I know who I am.
Shout out to Cap. If it all that
Cap, man,
Cap.
For real. Mm-hmm. And so when I'm telling him, I know who I am. I was hustling decent. I'm living good girls. I got everything I want, right? And he like, yeah, okay, but who are you without this? So he tell me, remember this and remember this and remember we did this and remember you had this and you had this and the glasses with the and money, whatever. Then he like, okay, now find that same person when you have none of that.
Right.
And a lot everybody's not going in with that kind of mentality. Some of them going in to reunite with they man, so it's making it harder for these guys to come back to society and do something different. We linking up with these knuckleheads and these knuckleheads. So
they knuckleheads, they whole bit, then they come back out knuckleheads.
Yeah, but then we also on the other end of that spectrum, we have a lot of guys coming home saying, "Come on, brothers, it's a different way.
Right.
It's a different way to come do this. You got new era guys out here.
You don't want to go there. Right.
Yeah, it's not worth it because the harshest part ain't can you survive it or somebody gonna test you or rape you or something. That's not the thing. It's what you get stripped from.
Right. Like you just said, who are you now? You know what I'm saying? Right. Because a lot of people, a lot of brothers in there, man, go up in there, they got pictures of all the shit that they done had, what they did, that, and the third.
Still bragging.
That doesn't matter, man. That shit don't matter. But you know, you gotta find yourself. You know, you gotta find yourself.
Coach Man, what's up? What's up, Coach Man? You good, my baby?
What's up, Coach Man?
Yeah. So you gotta find yourself when we left off at.
You gotta find who you. This is gonna bring out who you are, how you gonna start moving. Right. If you trying to move like, I'm this guy, I was this on the road and this, that, and the third, and they don't give a shit about that. But if you put yourself in that position, then you might get target on your back. Oh, this nigga got this nigga got that. Let's see if we can squeeze him up out of this. We can make him do this. You know, it's all kind of ways that can factor in by you wanting to be somebody in there.
Trying to prove.
You know what I'm saying? Because what you had out in the world.
Let me ask you this. How important, what position does color play? Like I hear a lot of people, or I see, like in the movies, when you go in, you know, black people stick with the black people, the Mexicans stick with the Mexicans.
You're gonna automatically gravitate towards your own kind.
Okay,
you know
okay. So it's a color line.
And you see brothers in there.
But it's also getting integrated.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, like when I came through, he can attest to it. It was based on, you know, black finding your power, finding your pride in your black people. So it's a lot more Muslim groups that's gravitating towards brothers that's just giving you the knowledge, not trying to recruit you or none of that. It was just a lot of them just breathing on you. A lot of these guys who coming in from the 80s or whatever era, like, you know, we've been there, done that. This is the results. And this is what we've been learning for the last 15 years of being here. Like I was in there with a brother named D Nice. Remember we was in there with D Nice?
Okay.
And I'm talking about he was infamous for whatever he does in the world, but he got a life bit behind standing up with his guys and standing up for his guys, and now it's like, dude, he'd have forgotten. He understand it from that perspective.
The guys that stood up for it don't even. Yeah,
it don't matter. So you got to watch your kids grow up. Your kids have kids. You got to watch mama go through things. You got to lose brother, cousin, your man's.
And that's something y'all don't think
like
about.
Like they don't know you no more. They don't know you no more.
Some of them people that was there when you went into prison, when you come home, they didn't pass and went away.
Oh my God!
So you get that news while you in there.
That's a mandatory thing,
right?
For a person that's doing a real bit. This is what's just gonna happen,
right?
You know, you can't go in there. What you gonna do? Lash out on everybody? You can have them temper tantrum type of moments, but for real, nah. It's a badder guy there. It's another guy that can punch harder. It's another guy that got a knife too.
Somebody is waiting.
So you can't just walk out your door and just run up on any and everybody because you're mad today. So it don't go like that. So you have to go sit in that.
See, but I'm gonna say this too. Prison, man, you can learn a lot, man. You can learn a whole lot about yourself, man.
It's a university in itself.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was making mention of the religious aspect of it. You know, you got your fruits, you got your Moors, you got your Melanics. You know what I'm saying? You got your Christians. You got, you know, everybody fall up under what they want to do. But see, the brothers is trying to enlighten you. Like he said, they're not trying to recruit you. You know what I'm saying? Well, look, man, this can make you a better person in the way you think, the way you carry yourself, how you want to operate now. If you get a chance to go back out in the world, you know what I'm saying? So now you got a better perspective. You know what I'm saying? Now you done seen this bad side of what can happen, and it do happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But 9 times out of 10, you put yourself in that position because you want to be Mr. Billy Badass or this, that, and the third, or you want to mess around with the other, do what they do. You know what I'm saying? But if you trying to enlighten yourself as far as how you want to conduct yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like he said, who are you? You got to find what, who you,
Who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah.
They not talking to me, they talking to y'all, you.
Yeah. Who are you? You know what I'm saying? These young brothers don't know, man. See, I'm older than nephews. I call y'all nephews. I got mad love for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come, we kick it, we politic, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? I grab some, learn from you, grab some, learn from nephew, but we talking about things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So in my era time, we didn't have all this luxury like the computer age and this, that, and the third. And
exactly.
Had access to
technology.
Technology.
Today.
See, I come up in the 60s and 70s, so you know where I'm, what how it was with me.
Right.
Then when y'all start coming in, shit start slowly but surely turning in a different way. This is why I'm saying that y'all could teach me about the movement of how it's going on with the technology.
With technology,
you know what I'm saying? And I can give y'all perspective on this, that, and the third.
One back scratch the other in a sense.
See, but it's all knowledgeable. You know what I'm saying? See, I'm not sitting up here gonna tell y'all to go out there and do some stupid shit to get yourself fucked up or go to prison.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm putting y'all on the path for destruction. You know what I'm saying?
And you speaking from an angle that you lived in.
Yeah. See, a lot of brothers, I done had a few people reach out to me like, man, you need to be an emotional speaker. I said, man, that's a waste of my time. You know what I'm saying? Because when I'm trying to give you from the perspective of how it was with me, and y'all trying to glorify what I done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No, don't try to glorify what I done. Glorify what you gonna do.
Yeah. Be about yourself.
That you ain't gotta do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of youth look up to figures like yourself.
Yeah. See, man, I done seen y'all two brothers.
Stuff.
I done seen y'all two brothers grow, man. I've been knowing this brother since he was a little baby. You know what I'm saying? See, I come up on the tunes of his daddy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Seen you when you was a little guy. You know what I'm saying? And I seen how y'all movement. You got this going on. This brother here, he prospered. He come home and got this, that, and the third. Start moving around. Got him a couple of businesses. Got him a couple of businesses.
Then past that niggas that been there.
But see, like he had said, just to piggyback on how he came through the whole chamber.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When he came home, he wasn't on that bullshit about, getting off into this crash dummy shit. This man had an idea. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
It was
and he put his shit in
fruition. It was also era where I could say this because in our neighborhood, like I was telling you, I'm at that gap of where these are young guys and these are older guys. So I came home in a spot where older guys were still scared to talk to these young guys, and it's starting to loosen up a little bit in more times now. Like, and we have to acknowledge that because we were so scared the older guy, man, I think he wild, he crazy, so I don't want to breathe on him the way he's supposed to. And he don't want to hear that shit now because once you come into him, once it's too late and you have no solution for what the problem he in. Right. So I'm already about to go to jail, I already got locked up.
That's kind of like you already failed him.
You already failed me, I don't want to hear it now.
Right.
You know what I mean? And of course a lot of them.
And that's hurtful, man. You know what I'm saying? That's hurtful, man. When you try to grab one of the young brothers and try to instill something in on them, about, look, man, you can, just my opinion, it's a better way. You know what I'm saying?
It's a better way.
Than to be trying to move around. Because it's different era times, man. You know what I'm saying? It's different era times. I seen how this brother came out. He didn't get on that bullshit. He got on about his business.
Let me flip the coin on this right quick. And I'm gonna start with you, Bond. I want to talk about, because I hear a lot of people say, or whoever answer, I hear a lot of people say if you go to jail with health conditions, it's a death sentence.
Damn near.
Man, I've heard a lot of people say, like, if you got kidney problems, you got a heart condition, if you go to jail with health conditions, it's damn near like getting a death sentence.
You're not gonna get what you can get out here. Well, at least from a prison perspective, from
you're getting third rate at best.
Dude, oh my God,
third rated best.
That's exactly what you're gonna get.
You would get the bag. I remember getting a bag of ice, man. For any little thing, they give you a bag of ice with like pepper in it and a Motrin, aspirin. I'm talking about for everything. Dude. I'm talking about your man. Listen, your head swole up like this.
Man. We got some ice for you.
We got some ice.
Then they give you what's that? What they call that when they put your restrictions in there? What they call it?
You can't go nowhere. Move. Oh my God,
medical restriction.
They put your medical punishment.
Man,
quarantine. They get your bag of ice. Slap on your head.
But it's what comes with it. If you don't control your freedom or have control over what you want to do and understand what it feels like to be as free as we can be in this country, so to speak, man, it's like then you gonna understand that somewhere you can go and they can shut you down. They'll sit you down to where you won't have to answer nothing. You don't have to figure out whether you're gonna eat. You don't have to figure out whether you got clothes. But you have to go with our program. And our world is spoiled. Look at the third world country compared to us. They're gonna say we spoiled.
Man, I got a question.
You really get to understand that.
Why we don't hear more stories like this in the beginning? Like when I'm gonna say when people when they fresh out. The reason I ask that because I never in my life heard what you just said. And I know a lot of people who has been in prison. Not saying that every prisoners get the same conditions, but I am saying that why do you think we don't hear that when people get fresh out?
Because you got to think about as he growing up, mama went to college, daddy went to college. Sometimes we sheltered our kids from the harsh of the harsh things because we tried to give them. They may not have understood the right way for us to do it.
And some of that stuff we just didn't want them to.
Yeah, and then we didn't want to hear that shit because guess what? I'm with my man. We got 6 people over here saying this ain't what we doing. His mama let us stay out late, so why you ain't letting us stay out late? This ain't got. So to a lot of parents, right? Y'all didn't, fellas. We had choices.
No, I'm talking about the punishment, like the fact that if you get hurt, you get a bag of ice in the damn ibuprofen.
That's real, man. That's real.
No, I'm talking about why we don't hear it. When I'm just being honest, why we don't hear it when someone get out?
Because they try to tell us, but also it's trauma. Some people can't just say it. You know
why? For whatever reason, don't want to put it on the floor.
Yeah. It's so hard. Then it's who can you reach, and they tell it within their own circumference of a thing or people. But we don't have the reach to everybody.
Or you think sometimes it might be out of embarrassment? They might just be embarrassed of it.
No, it ain't never embarrassment because there's so many brothers coming home that want to give this up, but at the same time, they know they temperament too. So you can't forget that if this is hot-head youngin' on this bullshit because I'm trying to give him like, dude, don't bump your head, man. And he ain't trying to hear that shit. So I don't have time to be fighting you right now, man, over trying to give you a jewel.
Because you ain't looking at it that I'm trying to save your life.
Don't even bother with it.
No, they don't look at it like this brother's trying to save your life. Your life. I'm not physical. I'm talking about your life, everything, your whole aspect of your existence, man. You know what I'm saying? Coming from our point of view, from what we done went through. You know what I'm saying? So we try to look at these young brothers like, damn, this young brother, he gonna crash out. Let me see if I can swoop him up just to kick with him.
Just to drop on it. Right,
and then, like he said, it's temperamental. Then they get into that shit like, oh, old niggas need to think this, that, and third. Like, man, wait a minute, hold up. See, now you done changed the whole parameter of this whole conversation. Right. You know what I'm saying? So now you don't want to fuck with him, but then he'll circle back around and now he want to talk to you when I try to talk to you then. But then you be like, man, fuck you.
Now I'm holding it against you because you didn't right.
You can do it like that.
A big element gonna be of it too to answer your question is a person coming home trying to get their shit together.
Sure is.
So I ain't got time to be trying to spoon feed you some shit and I don't even know what's going on. I'm out there, you know what I mean? So and it's like I'm coming home to a bag of shit. So I came home to 2 nephews died, one burned up in a fire, one getting killed, another one going to jail. My little brother getting killed.
On your plate when you get out.
I still got to go cover the damage from this. So it's like, dude, I can't reach everybody.
And you still feel like you got to catch up.
Yeah,
so I'm talking about not with nobody else, but
just with me, with myself. I got to get a grip on this because I don't understand it after so long of what's really going on. But I have to fake it till I make it too. You know what I mean? And then once you get to the world, everybody is so stingy. versus in
man. You know how hard it is, man. When you got this number on your back, it's like a social security card. You know how hard it is to try to restart your shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get it to the workforce. First question they be on there: can you pass a background check? You tell them no. You tell them be honest and truthful. No, I can't pass a background check. But they say they can't hold that against you. But yes, they do.
I look at that, but then I look at a brother like this one right here that came home and
because
made it happen.
He had to restructure his whole way of thinking. That I can do this if I gotta blah blah and then I'm
Right, I got to do it where I don't have to depend on nobody else. I have to do it for me. I understand it's hard to get accepted by the
but then at the same time,
look
at it, right? In any form of success or something that a person can be inspired by in that way, right? You have to look at the end part. Everybody gonna say, yeah, good shit, right? But what was it like for these past 8 years, yo?
Right.
You know, my pops had cancer. I'm talking about I tried the thing with meals and couldn't do it. You know, over with the garbage truck. I tried this way, and I'm looking up saying, damn, man, $15 ain't gonna help me. I got a lady. My lady might have and I want to live in a way to where I can at least put gas in my car, right?
Right.
You know, bro.
See, because what it was though, nephew, that you leadership type shit. You know what I'm saying? I can do this myself. All I need is a jump start where I can be my own person, my own boss. So a lot of things came about from the prison system. Like your brother had asked you, who are you? You know what I'm saying? So slowly but surely you start changing.
Not to get off of that subject, but when you guys were in the system, did you understand that the system was a business?
Yes.
I'm talking about, did you know that?
No.
A lot of people don't know that.
So picture
the
this.
The system is a business. They making money.
Just as in, like, say in Michigan prisons, right? Everybody for the past 20 years been waiting on truth and sentence for them to fast some good time, right?
Right.
The same way everybody know about this and try to stay up on the latest of that, everybody know that they have a number. You have an inmate number, and you also have a price on your head. I don't know if this, as an example, it might be $36,000 per year per person.
Yes, sir.
We all gonna know this
before
once you make it to a yard, because brothers ain't stingy with. Like, man, come on, man. Everybody ain't about to rah-rah. Everybody want to give you the Jews and say, man, you ain't the enemy. I got to go to child like you, man.
Right.
I got to lay here like you. I'm in a 20-man cube with you. This I ain't for that, brother.
Right.
You know, so some people going to give you that. And all of them come across that. But it's which direction they want to take. Because now yard and everybody go out. And now you get your boy from Unit C. And, you know, so, yeah, no.
Then you walk in circles.
Yeah.
But when I say a business, I mean, like
the financial aspect of it,
the stock market, the whole nine.
Everything.
Did you hear what he said? You got
said.
A price tag on your head.
Yeah,
everybody. Even when you go into like the county,
you got a price tag on your head.
It used to bond out the police station, but now everybody got to go to the county, and you got to bond out the county because once you go in the county, they get $4,000 per everybody they check in that bitch. It don't matter if you get out in 10 hours. They get $4,000 from a grant. Prisoners, most prisons is private.
Yeah,
privatized.
Yeah.
So, like Michael Jordan owned prisons.
Yeah, that's real.
He made every inmate that come in certain prisons. He make a profit.
Yeah, that's real.
So now let's flip that to the streets. Of course, we're gonna promote this stuff through entertainment, violence. Make you want to go get a gun. Make you want to slap that girl. Make you want to do all this so we can shoot you to prison. And we can get paid.
Yeah, well, you know, a lot of that stuff is by design. You still got to make that
decision.
Yeah, but see, a lot of that stuff is by design, man.
It's definitely by design.
By design.
But
you have to call him.
We got to call him?
Yeah.
Hello, caller. You on Slappin' 5's and Tellin Lies. Who we speaking to?
Royal Oak Township's finest.
Royal Oak Township's finest, man. I know a lot of people that use that title, man. Give us your name for the record.
I say to myself, and I'm in St. Louis. You
say what?
Calvin T. Man.
What's going on,
how you doing,
right?
sir? Mr. Man.
You got a question for one of the guests today?
No. I just hold on, man. I just wanna ask for some solutions to prevent them from going in. That's one.
Okay.
And the second thing is when you do the research, that old Michael Jordan piece
Okay.
wasn't the actual Michael Jordan the Hooper.
It's not
It's
Michael
another
Jordan
guy.
the Hooper?
Yeah, it wasn't Michael Jordan the Hooper. But I want to say I love the fact that y'all sharing this information.
My brother.
Right? I used to watch T-Man shoot that jump shot from the corner.
I mean, was it effective?
What? Man, like, man, we back on
but
that.
See, we looked up to all those guys.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So teaching people how to engage the young men is priceless. We have to teach people how to engage the young men, and it's a serious engagement. But we do it consistently. Anytime I see a young man, there's an engagement process.
Okay.
And so we have to, like the brother said about the gap between the older and the younger. The only reason why that gap might exist is because the older cats remove themselves too much. They don't put their hands to the plow.
Okay.
They get themselves to a position where, I'm straight where I'm at, and they disconnect. But that has to change for the culture. I appreciate your time.
We appreciate you calling in.
Appreciate hearing from you, man.
But let me piggyback on that. It ain't that a brother that ain't putting his hand to the plow. He put his hand to the plow, but the mule don't want him to work. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna use that for what's name?
Okay. I get
the mule don't want to work.
That mean they ain't listening.
So what I'm gonna get you up for?
But it's also a timing thing. So
yeah,
it's not just I can just tell you this and it changed tomorrow. It's us having to put our boots on the ground and sit back and say, listen, man, even if I just reach this 5, we'll take your 5 and be good with it and keep striving. You can't be offended or be hurt because you didn't reach the 1,000. Right. So it's everybody just putting in their work in their own way. Because guess what? Some people might be with the Black Power approach, and some people with the hood approach. Right. So hypothetically, in the township, it wasn't so political with me. It was more so about, guess what, man? I'm trying to reach each individual and say, I know you personally, or reaching out to you personally, whether you the DJ or whether you the drug dealer or the drug addict. Yo, how do I identify with you? How do I bring help and see how we can bridge this gap amongst us?
More personal level.
And also with the youngest. Sometimes you'll realize, man, that some of their issues ain't that big. They just don't have nobody to talk to. Versus the ones that they are talking to is like, hey, yo, we with that.
Yeah. I got that. Hold on. Before we get fired, Bond, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
As far as because you on the other side of the coin. As far as the business aspect. As far as the corporation of institutions and prisons and stuff like that, do you see it whereas society is creating this lane for kids to become more accessible to like the violence and the stuff like that? They pumping it in them to make them make poor decisions to put them in those places. If that makes sense.
We all know society the way it's set up right now. They have way too much access, right?
Okay.
We moved from the township what we could and couldn't do because we had, T-Mans and I had all the Daniels, right?
Right.
That was all my family, my Uncle Junior, Zeke, all these people, on one side of the family. Then, I had Big G, Killer for maybe continue to rest in peace. That was my guy.
Rest in peace.
And we talked about, how you engage, how you get that message out.
Right.
It's hard for me to go talk to someone that's 18. I can have conversations. We can sit around. We can kick, slap 5's all day.
All day.
They ain't really relating to me because they don't see me as them. They see me as someone way, distant, right?
Distant. I get that.
That connection, you got to put people in the room that can relate to the people that you need that message to go to. So it's no different than the game, right? YBI. We all know about the township. We already that's our stuff around. So we saw it. We know what it was. But look how it was structured, right?
Right.
You had situations where someone here didn't talk to someone here, but the effect was the message got moved and it got to where it needed to go. because they put people who could talk to a certain age group.
Okay.
So it's no different. It's a message that needs to get out about the politics of prison, the politics of staying out of prison, but you got to have the right people delivering the right message.
Right. I agree with that.
You have to be
I agree with that 100%. I agree
So,
with that.
so that's where we have a lot of the issues. Even today, when I go to work, I tell them, I came up, in the hood where everything was everything. We didn't have all accessible, but we had a whole lot. My best friend was on America's Most Wanted. I had to go, I'm sitting in the courtroom, learning what I learned, from the street to keep my mouth and to pay attention to say the right things, trying to keep our situation right.
Right.
I also had other situations that I had for my own self. So I could have easily been on the other side, because it was available to us.
Right.
We all, had choices and decisions. And I gambled on both sides, right? I was playing ball, so that ball kind of kept me out the way. Now, I came from a structured family, had family on both sides. They keep me from running around the street of the township. They keep me from running around the hood. I still was making some bad decisions.
Right.
I still out there gambling with my future.
Right.
Now, I was one second away from getting caught, right? And all that would be completely different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's about the message. It's about who's sending the message. It's about, we got to stay engaged. But for like a teammate who got that knowledge, he may be able to put that knowledge in the hands of someone that's younger. If they're trying to reach a younger audience, find somebody who can deliver that message for you. Because I know what T-Man is, I know we all know about the township, we all know about our roots. And we know the rich history, but the knowledge, I wish somebody would write a book about the town.
Right.
That's interesting you said that, man. I've been trying to find me a writer to help me to promote this, man. You know what I'm saying?
I ran with Skip. I just talked to Scarf the other day.
Yeah, well, I tried to talk to them brothers, man. They ain't too acceptable about it.
Who I ran with.
Yeah.
Right.
But like I'm saying though, bro, I've been trying to get this in motion, man, that I want to speak about the township. As far as, the lineage, the history of the township, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the township was self-sufficient at one time. You know what I'm saying? And everybody do what they do, but back to with the topic we was talking about,
right?
Man, everybody, when everybody wants the finer things in life.
Everybody want them.
So a lot of people want to cut corners to get to it, and that how you want to see it. Cut a corner, I want to get to this. Okay, so once you attain it, then how you gonna keep it? You know what I'm saying? How you gonna keep it? How you gonna flip it over to make it work for you?
Let me say this right quick, man, because I told y'all time go fast when we on here. We got like 5 minutes. In this last 5 minutes, I wanted to speak on something that shout out to Coach Man. He said politics of staying out of prison.
Yeah.
Speak on. Everybody, give me 30 seconds on something for the youth. Something on politicking, on making good decisions, and how the one wrong decision can be your life.
Well, for me, I'll put it like this.
30 seconds.
You got to think. First and foremost, you got to think about the consequences behind the action. If you gonna delve into whatever shit you gonna go through, you better think about the consequences, man.
Right, the consequences.
Yeah, because the consequences is crucial, man. See, there's a lot of ways. It ain't got to end up with prison. It can end up with you in the slab. You know what I'm saying?
That's another
so you
episode.
got to think about your
right.
consequences. You know. Just stay out of jail, and don't brothers, man, don't be thinking that shit like a badge of honor to go to prison, man, because it's not, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's a place of punishment.
Give me something, Bond.
Man, your circle, who you surrounding yourself with. I mean, if you put yourself in a circle, and you see that they moving a certain way, you can see the future. If you got people that you're hanging with that's getting, locked up and getting pulled, pop here, there, and there, your turn is coming. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. If you surround yourself with ball players, you're going to try to play ball. You surround yourself with millionaires, you're going to try to get to the money.
I heard that.
Man, it's a circle.
What'd you say? What you say, Mr. Man?
It's definitely the circle, man. It's definitely who you place yourself around, but also for those who don't care about the consequences of prison, man. And it's about the money. You like the money, you want the money, man. Go invest in yourself.
Right.
I'm talking about trade school doing the same thing that the modern day drug dealer doing. You know, owning a business or having a business, man, all you have to do is go lease these buildings for $1,200-$1,300, man, and you can really generate this. You can create an event space, a candy store. You can just get creative. You can make something, make a design. They spraying bleach on shirts, man, and they turning them into $40 shirts, yo. So like, you can either go in here and make $1.17 a day, possibly, at high pay, or you can stay out here and guess what? Get money in your way. And when you get your money, man, figure out what you want to do. Build a legacy. You a brand. We understand it now. We brands. Each one of us is brands, so you can really pour into you and get what you want out of it, man. You can go out and Uber and make hundreds a day.
You definitely can. And it's a lot of them cats make.
See, because that's a different era of time. See, that's what I was saying about my era of time. It's a whole. Man, listen, being legal is ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying?
There's nothing
like
wrong
the brother
with
just
being
said,
legal.
you can take a $5 T-shirt and turn it into a $40 T-shirt.
And I know that from experience.
Yeah. You did.
That's what I'm saying. I know that from experience. I probably sell 400 T-shirts a month.
So sky's the limit on this side of the fence, man.
How much is
20? 20 a pop.
But sky's the limit on this side of the fence, man. You can drive the cars,
It's out there. You gotta go get it. I ain't gonna.
You can get it and put yourself around everybody who want to get it.
I like something that Coach Man said. I'm gonna say in closing. Before I say in closing, we need to all, because everybody got a story and everybody sees something. We need to make a book of short stories from the township where all of us can do a short story.
Anthology.
And you already know how we do it. It'll get published. It ain't no paper shortage. In closing, I want to say, man, we basically just put this together so we can talk to to the youth and explain that one bad decision could cost you your life.
Sure can.
And these are the type of things you're going to be experiencing if you find yourself on the other side of that wall.
Let me say something before we close out, man. I was incarcerated with a brother, man. He was about 17, right? He said he got 40 years. He's 17. He said, I got 40 years. By the time I get out, I'll be about 60-something, this, that, and that. I said, man, do you realize what you just said?
I don't think he did.
Do you understand what you just said? You got truth and sentencing. Truth and sentencing mean you doing that 40 years. Ain't no good time or nothing. How you gonna sit up? You say, by the time I get out, you 17 now. By the time you get out, you doing 40 years. That's damn near 60 years, man.
Just tell him the truth, man. 15 seconds of shooting you right now can cost me 40 years.
Can cost you 40 years.
40 years. That's what they giving up for 5 seconds of fame.
I was in court yesterday.
Okay.
14 years old, committed a crime. He's gonna be there till 17. He's being released in 6 months. He's going to the Department of Corrections for 25 years. 14. Everybody gonna do 25 in real jail.
I just want to wish I could just grab
a 2-minute argument can cost you 25 years. That's how they give it up.
Do not come from books. Smart is making the right decision at the right time. I'm the bone. I gotta get out of here, man. I appreciate all my guests, Shan Mac, T-Man.
We gonna circle back.
Love. All right,
we're gonna circle back to this, man. So we all
let's do it
again, man. Until next time, everybody.
No doubt, likewise. Township for life.
Township for life. All day.
Say goodnight to the bad puppy. Come on. Last time you're gonna see a puppy like this again. My baby for real.
Yo, the first puppet in a pair of bucks. The first puppet getting cutty, he about to tear the city up. You need a skit or something, hit him up. Nephew from Detroit tapped in with the biggest And Neff even got a comic book. Fly enough to make your baby mama look. Oh, we got him shook. You ain't never seen a puppet in a polo. Probably at the Lions game pulling up dolo. You see his merch, he probably pissing on the logo. Or out with the ladies taking photos. Hold on, the first puppet on Kid L is overflow. Them other guys is telling lies, Pinocchio. I let my baby know it's on the flow. They gon' have to catch up with Stretch and Neff, cause we on the go. The first puppet of the first puppet. Fuck it. Tell Kermit, Miss Piggy love it. What up, though, my baby? 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 baby? What up, though, my baby?